What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, I want to give you guys a quick update on Kaspa because its price has now failed a very important move, and I want to let you know what to be on the lookout for now. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. Now, guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade a little Kaspa yourself on up to 50x leverage without needing to KYC, meaning you don't have to hand over your personal information, go check out that BTCC link down below. Guys, I worked out a crazy deal for you where you're going to get a 10% bonus on any deposit over $500 for your first time deposit. So this means if you go on and deposit $6,000, they're going to give you $600 back. You deposit $2,000, they're going to give you $200 back that you can use to trade. You make money, you keep the money. It's absolutely ridiculous. One of the best deals I've seen on here since 2021. And on top of that, the craziest thing is you're also going to get another up to $10,000 in bonuses and 40% lower trading fees with the link down below. A ridiculous deal. Go check it out. I've been doing a ton of trading over on BTCC recently, so feel free to go check that out down below and let me know what you think. Now, looking at Kaspa, okay, let's get into it. Let's see what happens. So obviously Kaspa's not having the best day ever as of now, and we can see that it's currently down anywhere from 10 to 12% on a pretty gnarly red candle. Now, in yesterday's video, I told you this is the moment of truth, and it's funny because people make fun of the video titles, but I'll tell you, hey, if this happens, we're probably going to see this bad boy pull back. If it doesn't happen, we might be in a good. And what we can see here is that in yesterday's video, what we talked about actually came to fruition. I told you all that it seemed to me as if Kaspa's price might pull back here. I said it looked like we were going to cool down. We're running into this 618 to 786 Fibonacci zone to the top side. And as a result of that, we needed to watch very closely because some sort of pullback was likely on the way. The best case scenario was that we saw it pull back and stay on top of this red line. The worst case scenario was that it lost that red line and headed back under this key level of resistance. And well, this is what we got. We got the worst of the two scenarios. So the question then now becomes, well, what do we expect next? That's what everyone has on their mind, and what should we do as a result of it? So let's get into it. So when I look at Kaspa's price right now, I actually do get pretty optimistic. And the reason being is because it would take a lot for Kaspa to end up bearish from here. It would take a lot for Kaspa to end up in a bearish position. And the reason that I say that is because from many different perspectives, the macro trend is now solidified in my opinion. We saw a massive inverse head and shoulders, this one back here, right? We obviously had the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. We saw that breakout. From there, we got this little midterm higher high. We finally got an extension on the Bollinger Bands to the upside, which opens this bad boy up to the opportunity of pushing upwards. And quite simply, we just set a beautiful high. And the crypto market's doing well in general. And so as a result of all of this, what would have to happen to reset all of this is for Kaspa's price to not only come back down and go all the way back down to 10 cents, but to lose 10 cents and go back towards 9 cents. Because now that we did see this breakout above this resistance point right here, that door is open, and all Kaspa's price needs to do at this point is establish a higher low and use that higher low to just bounce again, because if it bounces again, the likelihood is that we're going to surpass this red line again, just like we did back here. What people have to realize is the more times you touch a point of resistance, the more likely you are to break it, and if you break that point of resistance but fall back below it, it's way easier the next time to break it. And I guess that just comes down to the psychology of it. People saw it get broken here, so they're less likely to take profits, and because of course they think it might get broken again. I guess that's why it happens. I'm not quite sure, but I just know that it happens. And so because of these things and knowing that it's going to be much easier for Kaspa's price to break back above this red line, again, all we're really looking for is a higher low here, and I think that it's very possible. So let's talk about why this higher low could be established here, where it could be established, and what I'm doing as a result of it. And guys, I will remind you, if you do want to join in and ask me some questions and kind of get some insights from other community members and everything, you can join my private community for as little as $1 a month. And again, that gets you access to be able to ask me questions and talk to me if that's pretty cool. I don't know. And you can also spend $5 a month and you're going to be able to get extra insights from me on a daily basis about news and events, daily fundamental analysis from me, daily technical analysis from me, and you're going to be able to get access to the crash courses that I'm uploading soon for beginners, going over trading, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and much more. So feel free to go check that out down below. It's only $1 or $5 a month, and there's a lot of value there for you. So definitely go check that out down in the Patreon link down below. So the question now becomes, again, what happens next from here? Why can we see the higher low established? Well, what we can do is we can just take where we are right now, right? Between 12.5 and 13.5 cents. And we're just going to extrapolate this across this entire spectrum all the way across. Okay, all the way across. Let's, you know what? Let's go even further. Now, I'm under the belief that Kaspa has a decent sized chance of using this zone that we're in right now between here and 12.5 cents for the bulls to step back in and start trying to push the price back towards the upside. There is no guarantees, but I would say it's at least a 60% chance that we actually hold some support rather soon. Now, the reason that I say that is quite simply just based off of what we've seen historically. In times in which we come down or up towards this zone, we oftentimes do see people push it back in the opposite direction. Look, as the price started coming back down to it recently, we got rejected off of it once, off of it twice, and off of it a third time. And although the price did go below it for a little while, the amount of sheer liquidity that was provided by the bulls and the amount of bullish momentum that was, pushed through right here made it to where even when we fell below it, we didn't stay here very long because this slowed the move down a ton. You go back to before that, look. We saw this zone hold the price up there. We saw this zone hold the price up there. We saw this zone hold the price up there. We saw this zone force the price down right there and right there. We saw it hold the price up right here and right here. We saw it force it down right there and right there. So I think you kind of get the point that whenever you're going down towards it, you're likely to find support. When you're going up towards it, you're likely to find some resistance. And so because of that, and knowing the fact that we are in a fantastic situation and we did just get this breakout, I think that it's a viable option to say that Kaspa'S price might very well find some support at some given point soon and try to use that support to continue back above this resistance zone. I would say that's about a 60% chance of happening, and I do like those odds. I think flipping one of these previous points of resistance into support and continuing back upwards is something that Kaspa would do, and I do like that idea. Now, it might continue a little bit lower, right? We might actually fulfill it all the way down to 12.5, but even then, that's not super concerning. Well, why? Because that's it coming back down to revisit our bullish structure. You guys know that we broke out of this bullish structure and never revisited it. We had the left shoulder head, the right shoulder, we broke out of it, but never came back down to flip that point of resistance into some support. So Kaspa'S price coming back down to back test, flip it into support and continue upwards is a normal thing that happens on a rather frequent basis. And so generally speaking, I would actually go ahead and say that where we are is a pretty good spot, and I'm not even quite worried about it. And what even further incentivizes me to not be worried is that if Kaspa'S price for some reason does continue even lower, back towards those lows around 10 cents or whatever, it does seem like a perfect setup for a double bottom. This is literally like textbook double bottom formation here. Sharp angle, boom, sharp angle, boom. And we would be looking for another move here. So again, like I mentioned before, as long as Kaspa'S price finds some support between now and 10 cents, the likelihood is that we're going to be able to use that to continue back towards the upside and start fulfilling this move that I think could push us back up to 20 cents. And so because of that, there is not much concern from me. I know obviously I don't like seeing my Kaspa bag going down, but honestly, I did expect this to some degree. We talked about this yesterday and it doesn't surprise me at all. So overall, I just wanted to let you guys know this isn't something that I would be worried about. This is something that I would be embracing. I personally might even do a little bit of accumulation on Kaspa if it does come all the way back down towards 12.5 cents, because I am rather confident we will at some point see one of these levels of support hold and continue to fulfill our bullish structure here, getting the breakout towards 20 cents towards the upside. So I will continue to let you know if my thoughts and my thesis does change at any given point. I will let you know. So make sure that you do subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm posting 4, 5, 6 videos every single day. And on top of that, if you do want extra content from me, I am again posting some more over in the private community. For those of you who want to join, you can join for as little as $1 a month. Last thing, don't forget, if you do want to trade some Kaspa yourself and get a 10% deposit bonus on everything above $500, you can check out that BTCC link down below. And I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.